Hey, great Monday evening. Copy. Great Monday evening. It is a crap. It's a great evening in the city of Bronco. I'm trying to figure out how to get this done. Perfecto. There you go. Sorry. I think I was show. I apologize. Um, I apologize. I was fighting with a fighting like usual. It's a beautiful Monday in the city of Brownsville, and again, I wanted to thank everyone for being patient with me these past couple of days that I was out. I do want to share some things that I've seen since I've been back. Also, yay for president, and also as to talk a little bit about next steps and stuff. But we will have a short show today. Que hubo, que hubo, que hubo, que hubo. Yay for president. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello. And I got lost. I apologize. Yes, I got one show. No, I was actually lost. Um, uh, it's a very, very um, let me say that it's interesting. It's interesting. Uh, it's interesting to be fiberglassed at times with what there's an old song that used to play. Uh, a skip a rope. Does anyone remember that song? Skip a rope. Anyone? I'll wait to see if anyone remembers that song. Skip a rope. Listen to the children while they play. Ain't it kind of funny what the field children say? Skip a rope. Right there. And I make mention of that because that's an amazing song. Skip a rope. And have you ever heard that song, Kayla? Skip a rope.
No.
It's an old song, and it goes, "Mama hates daddy, daddy hates mom," and it mentions a lot of things that the children say. Mentions a lot of things that the children say while they're skipping rope. O sea, the song it talks about how children have these conversations, you know, about what they see and what happens, and they it all happens. Skip a rope. Skip a rope. Listen to the children while they say it ain't very funny what the children say. Skip a rope. I don't even know if it's country or if it's just like one of these folk songs, but what it's trying to say is that there's a lot of truth at times what children go out there and state and declare, and really that there is, because I think that children see things a lot different than we do. And maybe it's just the innocence of children, that they don't grasp on to everything that's going on. And I think that's one of the things that I think really, really does trip me out in regards to everything that happens here in the city of Brownsville. And the reason that it trips me out, and I said this, and I just think that some people don't understand, is because one of the things that I think most parents want to do, and this is why I see a lot of folks out there, buying their huercos like cars and stuff, like my sister, and I love my sister, but I just still don't get why they want to buy my nephew, who's 16 years old, a brand new car. And I think the mentality behind it is we didn't have those luxuries growing up, and we want to give them to our children, which I understand. I still don't think that any kid that's 16 years old should be driving a car, even if it's legally permitted. It's just my take. But I understand the sentiment. You want to leave your kids something better. You don't want your kids to have to go through a lot of the crap that we went through growing up. You just want them to have a better life. And I think that should be that's the goal of all parents, no, Kayla? You got children.
Definitely. I mean, I definitely lived a worse life than my children have, and I'm grateful that I can provide more to them than what I had. But nonetheless, I think that my upbringing of, I mean, I was poor,
Yeah.
has developed who I am and gives me a greater sense of value for what I do have and what I am able to provide to my daughters.
Yeah, and I think I think so. But my true trip is why like the people in the city of Brownsville, why do we sometimes settle este why do we sometimes settle in leaving behind so little to the ones that are going to ultimately este own this city? What are we leaving behind? And you'd hope that most people here would want to leave behind something better, you know?
I feel like a lot of our current elected officials and past elected officials with kids or now young adults or young teens, most of their kids are not here. So they move on to live. I mean, hi neighbor, they do have a better quality of life and they do leave a better quality of life for them, but not here. Does that make sense? Or
Yeah.
am I the only one that feels that way? So I think that's where the what do you call it? Like where they don't feel like they have to leave anything here in this city behind because their kids are not even here. Like they're in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, bigger cities, you know?
Yeah. It's about, and I think I got really a little bit on the upset side. Uh, it's just disappointing. Let me say disappointing. Roman put up a post. I sent Roman a link to see if Roman wanted to come out, but Roman puts up a link. I mean, a couple of I think minutes. Shoot, right before the show start, and that's it got my attention. So a friend of mine sent it to me, and what it says is, and this is what his post says. I think it's ridiculous to compare BISD to Los Fresnos CISD. BISD staff want 1,200 for a Christmas bonus like Los Fresnos. The amount would force BISD to use almost 9 million from the rainy day fund. It's ridiculous that previous BISD board raise our taxes, and now certain members of the new board want this high amount to be given give to give amount to give to staff. Staff getting 500, as in the past, is sufficient, and would eat 3.5 million from fund balance. And I
What
actually
about all the money that BISD has pocketed?
that's
I
that's what really,
mean,
that's what trips me out.
why not go in depth of that, and instead of trying to act like, we're taking money from rainy day funds, and come on. I mean, every teacher deserves those increases, those bonuses, and it's sad that they don't get them. I mean, guys, I'm a mom of a toddler and of a teenager, and it's not easy raising one of, for example, 1 to 4 year old. I cannot imagine having like 18, 20 kids in a classroom for that many hours a day, for what they get paid, and then the way I hear they get treated. I mean, Roman, I don't know who Roman is, but dude.
You're lucky. I'm joking, Roman, because I'm sure he's hearing, or one of his friends are hearing. What really gets to me is we settle for crumbs here, you know, and we settle what they want to, like. I be happy with it. And look, you cannot compare BISD in regards to the number of staff to Los Fresnos' number of staff, but you can't compare the amount of money that BISD receives to the amount of money that Los Fresnos receives. They receive the same amount of money because the money that's received are for the number of students that they have. So at the end of the day, how the hell did can Los Fresnos dish out 1,200, and everyone at BISD be happy, should be happy? This is what Roman says, should be happy with the $500 that we're throwing your way. And I think it's indicative of what a lot of people, you know, want the community to eat. Here, aquí están las obras, aquí está lo peor, aquí están las migajas. Ahora dame gracias. Thank me. So, do these folks, that they want our BISD staff to thank these people for merely giving them 5,000, while other districts close to us are giving uh 15, 1,200, $1,200? It just didn't, it just doesn't make sense in my head. And my biggest concern, Kayla, is that there's a lot of people here that are satisfied with give me crumbs, give me the minimum. And one of the things I've been screaming for years is, you deserve the best, you know. I posted on Roman's thing, where are our 53 million that they took for a performing arts center? You know, they made that disappear. 53 million. Where are the 186 million that were received from the ESSER funds? And it's unfortunate, and I wish this new board the best. It's unfortunate that this new board has adopted all the holes that the previous board left, because somebody's got to fill them up. Someone's got to go out there and fix the mess. And unfortunately, the ones that are going to pay the biggest price are staff, teachers, counselors, custodian workers, food service people. Those always pay the higher price. And I think that's unfortunate. Los borrachos y los niños siempre dicen la verdad. Well, I'm halfway there. He has sung Cargill and several other country singers. Oh, that song? He looked up the song, I'm sure. Skip a rope. I've heard many a parent regretting doing it that early, but at 16, there's so much more maturing to do. Yeah, and one of the things that I made mention at the youth rally that I was at in Monclova was, kids aren't ready for many things, especially getting into relationships at early ages. No one's prepared, and I think that's something that we all learned. We all made the dumbest mistakes when we were 14, 15, 16 in regards to relationships, and could only pray that our kids don't make those same mistakes. But who knows? I don't have kids, thank God. And
Can't hold them back.
yeah,
You can't hold them back. You think that you can and that you will, but you can't.
yeah, I'm grateful I don't have kids, and I'm maybe going to look into having one this coming year, but that's a story for another day.
It's gonna be an interesting story.
It's interesting. One of the things, I'm not a patient person. I, I would make a horrible parent by myself. Actually, there's a couple that had approached me, some friends from a long time, and I think the issue is that they cannot have kids. So there might be the possibility of me fathering a child and placing them in the care of the individuals that can't have kids. And I think it's kind of like for me would probably be a good win-win situation because somebody else would raise a child, it'd still be mine. You know, so I get to take the kid on vacations and leave the kid everything that I have, which is not much, but and I don't have to worry about the parenting part. That sounds pretty cool to me.
The fun part.
No, it's not. No, I've seen people dealing with kids, and it's not my thing. And I think that's one of the things I think I just find very interesting. It's just I'd be wanting to see what kind of child I'd produce. I just, it's the raising part is the one that I just turn me off. Don't have that kind of patience. So we'll see. I'll let everybody know, of course, in January, what I ultimately decide to do, and I'll
You can
let
just take
people.
them to Walmart all the time.
So, hey, hago lo que hago con los otros, uh, with my other my dentist kids, uh, who I did not get to see this trip. Let's see what happens. If I always thought about about that, what is the legacy these city and county leaders want future amount? Well, obviously they don't give a. See, my thing is Kayla, is that Brownsville could be so amazing, and one of the things that this might sound weird. One of the things that I always go back to is we used to have, we used to have. We don't have anymore. We used to have an airport, the number one airport. We used to have number 10 zoo in the nation, one of the top 10 zoos in the nation. We used to have, we used to be the hemisphere to the Americas. We used to, and we're not anymore. And that's what I mean.
Something as simple as what happened this weekend. Yesterday, I made plans with one of my 4-year-old daughter's mom's it's her best friend. So my daughter and her daughter are best friends.
Yeah.
And we always try to get together on the weekends whenever we can. And we had agreed that we were going to take the kids to Zoo Lights this weekend. So we decided to go yesterday. And of course, I went out my way. It was 6 o'clock. And I literally circled all through the perimeter of what is Ringgold, like zoo, back streets, the park area, the parking lot for 45 minutes, and I could not find a single parking spot. So something that small, where it brings to me, it I enjoy that. that my daughter enjoys to see Christmas lights at the zoo,
Yeah.
and there's the village lights, and then there's a park, and then you have the other lights on Linear Park. This is all awesome. It's not a great big thing it's great that the city provides these things, but it's sad that there's so much poor planning on the fact that we have X amount of people in our city, and they don't even like do they I don't know. I imagine they don't even think like, okay, X amount of people are going to go to these events. We have all these, as I mentioned, zoo lights, village lights. You had the lights at Lydiard Park. You have parks in the zoo that kids love to go to every weekend. And then there's party events at the Children's Museum, right? And the
Yeah.
Camille House was not showing anything this weekend, but they will next weekend. So there was like parking was ridiculous. You could not find parking anywhere. The lights in the parking lot across the street from the zoo, there's no lights. There's potholes all over that parking lot. So I literally went through like I don't know how many potholes as I was going through there because I couldn't even see them. The parking area is like so narrow, like you could almost hit a car if you're not careful. And mind you, the lights, it's very dark. So needless to say, I didn't get to take my daughter to zoo lights. The line for the zoo was also super super long. Even as a member, we're members and we couldn't even park inside the zoo parking lot. The line for members was extremely long as well. And so there was not a single cop in sight helping with traffic. Like it just blows my mind that something that small that can bring so much joy and does bring so much joy to our community has so poor little planning.
Little or no planning.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it just goes to show like for the bigger picture, right? When you're asking what do they like, or Teresa just asked, like, do they not think about what they want? Like, what is the legacy they want to leave behind? Like, the only legacy they're leaving behind is just how shitty and crappy the city is, because or our leaders, because the good that they can make from these small little things that bring us so much joy, they just ruin it. I mean, and I know I'm not the only parent that felt that way, because the mom of my friend, the little girl that we were going to meet there, we didn't even get to see them. They didn't get to find parking either. It was already getting late, and we just said, you know what, let's just go home because the next day the kids have to go to school. It's just sad.
It's
It's sad.
unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Henson Cargill sang this song, was made in 1968, was a country singer. Listen to the children while they play. It ain't very funny what the children say. Skip a rope. Yes, NISD just turned over millions to the stadium scam. NISD? Oh, BISD. I'm sure you said BISD. Yeah, they did turn. Yeah, BISD corrected to the scam. But yeah, and again, why is Roman using the Gutierrez rhetoric? I don't know if it's because Roman feels that he's friends with the board president or individual on the board. Look, guys, uh, we all want the board to do the right thing. I'm not saying that it's the right thing to go out there and dish out more money than had already been budgeted for this thing. I'm not saying that. I think it's and I made mention of this in the morning show, that I think that the tactic that uh, some of the minority people are trying to use is the same tactic that Drew Brown used right before election. And what I'm trying to say is, if y'all remember correctly, Drew Brown, right before elections, suggested that teachers be given a $5,000 raise. And everyone was like, "Well, Drew said we should get a $5,000 raise. That's awesome." I'm going, "You should get $100,000 raise. Doesn't mean you're going to get it, but you should get." There's a difference between something that's viable, doable, than something that is just mentioned for you to get more votes or get the favor of the people that you've been screwing around for so long. So when I see the comments that were placed up by Denise Garza and Eddie Garcia, the first question that pops into my mind is that First of all, is it viable? And why wasn't this mentioned back when you had the majority and can actually do something about it? And understand that at this point in time, you know, people are just tired. People are tired of the double talk. People are tired of promises that are made and promises that are not kept. But should the district dish out more cash to staff? I think they should, because at the end of the day, the morale at BISD is still in the gutter. Doesn't seem like it's going to get any better anytime soon. But I'm hopeful. Is La Diva here asking for La 14? No, Roman's not here. Send a friend request. I mean, I sent a section. No, I sent uh, a an invitation to come on the live, but good evening, Lucy. Good evening. Sorry, I'm late. You're always late. Always. Why is Roman praising PISD giving a $500 stipend for teachers and employees? I don't know. It's like, thank us for screwing you. Are you having a baby? I am not for lack of trying, but uh, I might be thinking of having a kid, and that is actually hands and somebody laughing emoji. Hey, that's what. When will the city provide recycling bins for households? Never.
They charge you for that. You
Yeah, and
can get one with redfish for $15 a month.
yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think one of the things that a lot of people in the city of Brownsville have been promised was a blue trash can. Still don't understand what the blue trash can was for, but it'll be interesting. Me personally, I don't care what color the trash can is. It could be green, it could be blue. It's still okay. My PUB bill came out to 1,800 due to a major water leak. Plumber is fixing it, but they can only credit sewer rates. PUBs are a disaster, and I think I shared with the group. You had a $600 bill at my office. $600. I have a small office. I'm literally going to pay this month more in utilities than in rent. You know, $600. I'm upset with PUB a little bit.
There's a meeting this week.
Is it Wednesday?
I think so.
It'll be interesting. Another super long story. Sorry. I think Lonnie was here this morning.
Oh. Is he talking about my story?
I think so.
It's the truth. Maybe he doesn't have kids. I don't know.
Maybe not. Every single thing Kayla mentioned is so true. It's a shame that all the funding that has come our way has been pocketed. May can't get here soon enough. I'm running for mayor. This is what happens when you are not hired local qualified employees. Nobody wants to retire the old way of thinking and the rampant and obvious compadrismo. Unfortunate. And I told my wife I was taking her to a members only place. Got her a pizza and hot dog from Sam's, and that's how the fight started. Oh, like a members only club? I thought like a members place, and you got her. I think you wouldn't make it as a comedian, Papa. Finally made it on mandate. Let's see. Erasmo, practice makes perfect. Just saying. Oh, in regards to having a kid, I'll continue to try. I just got back from Mexico City. It was a lot of fun.
I saw.
I brought me Obsidiana. It is a obelisk. It's kind of trippy, but I actually almost forgot the name of it. That's why I was. That's why I was like hesitating. Did you know that this was an obelisk?
No,
This is like the Washington Monument.
I know.
It's an obelisco, and I love these. Actually, I have one at home, which I'm probably going to bring to the office. It's made out of solid wood. I've always had a thing about obelisks. I don't know why, but I found this one. I actually can't remember where, but it's made out of obsidiana, and obsidiana is that stone that you look at to see the sun. You heard of that
Mhm.
stone? No. I bought
Nope.
me an obsidiana cat.
I like that one.
It's cute.
It
Actually,
reminds me of my cat.
like, oh, he looks just look like your cat.
Yes.
I might actually go to your house.
And
And
gift me the cat.
huh?
And gifted me the cat.
This one, not the one I have at the office. I also brought some Frida
Where's
Kahlo
that doors? The doors
poster.
poster.
I have it right here. I haven't had a chance to put it up yet, but
Hello.
cello.
Can't believe you got away with it.
Uh, Let me tell you. And you know, one of the and I was
That's
telling
the lady that told you, right? That she didn't. She had to ask the owner.
she had to ask the owner, she had to ask her husband, and it was it was so trippy because part of it. I mean, I could probably get that made. You know, it's just on a tarp, uh, and I could probably have gotten it made, but the fact that I had to hunt for it, I actually went back twice before I found someone that I could talk to because I went the first time and they said, "Well, we don't know." So I went the next day in the late evening, and the door was shut, and I was going like, "Crap!" It was like 10:30. I didn't want to wake anybody up at 10:30. I mean, I'd stay up till midnight, but I didn't know about people in this little rancho town. If they stayed up. So I then the next day we were leaving to Mexico City. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna go again. So I went back again in the morning after breakfast, after the show. And the door was closed, and I said, screw it. Bum 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 knocking on the damn door. So I'm knocking on the damn door, and sure enough, a lady comes out. She says, he said you could have it. I said, how much? And she said, well, whatever you want, you tell me. I'm going like, oh crap. And I probably would have paid 40 to 60 bucks for it. But I said, 20 bucks. And she said, sure. I said, 20 bucks. So I paid 20 bucks for it. But, it- you know, again, I could have probably had this made, not for 20 bucks though. But what I loved about it, es los cinches estos, they're made out of metal and they're rusted. And I think that makes it look a little bit extra cool. It's got that rust on it. Plus, it was on the wall.
Vintage look.
Yeah, it was like a vintage look. But it was on the wall at a coffee shop in un pueblo rancho out there. And I think for people that don't know, the guy who photographed Jim Morrison in this picture is Joel Brodsky. Joel Brodsky, it was during the same shoot, took a lot of different pictures. So what I'm hoping to do is visit a lot of different antique stores and a lot of different places to do like the American Pickers type of thing. And I want to try and find a lot of things like from the Doors, from Jim Morrison, that have that same photo shoot by Joel Brodsky. And I have the lithograph that's right there. I think you've seen it. The lithograph of Jim Morrison. It's beautiful, beautiful. And Jim Morrison looks amazing. And in this one, it's just another picture from that photo shoot. But in this one, I mean, look at the eyes, Kayla. Look at the eyes. It's just like he follows you everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're looking at. But look at his hand. I don't know, see if you can see it. Oh, look at the nipple, not the nipple. But look at his hand.
Yeah.
It's like pointing right at you, you know?
Hmm.
So it was amazing. So it was all dusty and stuff. And, you know, she helped me wipe off some of the dust. And I was going like, you can leave some of it on there. So, so what I want to do is I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia next week. And I'm going to do a lot of rummaging through a lot of thrift stores up there. And I'm going to try to find more stuff from the doors and hopefully find more stuff, Joe Brodsky stuff. But I fell in love with it, and you know, I was determined. I've got to take it back with me. So I had to carry it on the plane with me, you know, because you know couldn't check it in or anything. I went to an Office Max out there, and I tried to find one of those tubes to put it in, and I could not find it. So I just brought it, and that's is one of my main finds. And you saw the other one, right? El obelisco.
Yes,
This thing, I don't know if
we
people.
just saw it.
This thing, my lord,
Oh yes,
this is
the
a
Flavor
gem.
Flav, as Carlo called it.
It's it's Osidiana, and it works as a mirror, you know, of sorts. But what is amazing about it is you could actually look at the sun through this. You know, your eyes won't be harmed, and they use them for eclipses to look at eclipses. You know, study eclipses. But this is, I mean, what you see with it, it's just like a mirror. There's my other screen over there. There's this computer screen. There's the light on top. Oh no, that's the TV up there. That's the TV. There's a camera that I'm looking at, and this is the computer right here, but it's on dark. But that's my work board, and there's my so you can see it. My Sylvia Atkinson poster. I have a Sylvia Atkinson poster of when she got arrested at my office. But I need to get a good stand made out of that because I'm afraid my cats are going to destroy it.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't want to bring it all the way from Mexico to do that. I actually have a poncho for Carlo. It's it's kind of a cool poncho. I actually have one for myself too, but we'll be twinning, which should be interesting. Este,
For his birthday.
huh?
For his birthday,
When's his birthday?
the 13th.
That's why I got it for. Funny that you say that, but it's a cool poncho. I love them. I'm actually in love. I actually had to go order it special actually to get it. Uh that is what happens when you hire. Oh yeah, we got that one. Erasmo, I did that one. Funny made it. Don't have one, Erasmo. It takes all your time. They suck dry and make you poor. That's why I'm planning to have someone have my child who actually
You're just
wants to take care of him. 30 days of Facebook ban ends tonight. Congratulations. I've been there. Trust me. Awesome pics of your trip. Thanks for sharing. Brought back so many memories of my childhood and young adult life. Como Mexico no hay dos. Yeah, Mexico's amazing, guys. Let me tell you. I talked to some friends in regards to traveling. Had been made mention that they wanted to travel inside the states, and I go like, go to Mexico. It's a lot less expensive, and you could probably find a lot more culture in Mexico than throughout the United States. The only reason I'm going to Atlanta is because my sister's getting married. Got to go to that wedding, and she invited me, so I'm going. What's your cat's name?
Valentine.
Valentine's.
Valentine, because we found her like 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Ah, cute.
And she doesn't have a tail, so she's a special cat.
That's even cooler. I like cats that are a little bit on the different side. Miss Kayla, I need your help now that I know you are a fitness trainer. I didn't know you were a fitness.
Gladly.
I didn't know you were a fitness
My
trainer.
my
Like
background isn't.
Emma, Emma, ven. ¿Para qué andas ahí lloriqueando? She's so weird. She starts crying. Vente. Stop being a bitch. She starts crying like she doesn't even have a loud cry. She's like
Because you've been gone.
no. She cries when she wants attention. Tan loca. Yeah, I don't need to. I need don't need a wife. I've got 4 cats. When you went to France, why didn't you go to Jim Morrison's grave in Paris? I've been there. It's cool to hang out. And you know what? Let me say that the 2 times that I went to Paris, they were like quick on the fly. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. And let me come back. But you are 1000% correct. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go to Paris again.
Let's do it. We have a Paris trip pending.
Let's do it. Let's go to Paris for a weekend or 4 or 5 days. I'll do it. Mentiroso. Shut up. Digo, Lottie. You can bring back the Jim Morrison poster, but can't get my. Honestly, I actually spoke to a friend of mine that's coming back from Colombia. Not a friend, but someone I know is coming back from Colombia. Stop biting my poster. And she bites everything. So I said, "Hey, try to find me a Pablo Escobar poster." I'm still going to look for it. Trust me. I'm going to try to get that for you. I mean, I still have stuff for you here at my office that you haven't come to pick up, and I haven't had a chance to go to the ranch. Hey, Erasmo, what's the word on what Commissioner Lopez is not doing? He's not being transparent. He's not providing for the community. He's not getting any poorer on the county commission. So that's that. Hello, Earthlings. Rich, have you seen Richard's videos?
I haven't.
They're on my page. I share them. Crazy good stuff. BASD board meeting info. I don't know. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow's City Commission. I don't know about BISD.
They might be having a BISD meeting tomorrow. With that said, personally, I think I have good sources at the BISD that would be able to share any information that we need to be looking at. So I'm proud. And that's when you could rest a little bit, not too much. We're still keeping your eye out there, but you got to rest a little bit. How you been? Juan, I've been okay. It's been a little bit on the trying to get readjusted to coming back to Brownsville, being back in Brownsville, because there's just a bigger world out there, and you come back to Brownsville, you go, and again, there's just so much potential for this town, and we keep being second best to everyone, and that's unfortunate. But so it does get draining, draining. It does drain you when you come back a little bit. I hate saying that. Christy Alley, comedian actress, died of cancer today. 71 years old. 71 years old. It's such a sad situation. She was so pretty when she was out at Cheers. And even when she gained weight, she was still pretty. She was all heavy and tough and worried about her weight. She was still a pretty girl. 71, though. I did not know she was 71 until she passed away. I think she was part of that Scientology group.
All those people got so messed up.
Yeah, it is kind of true. He-Man, He-Man. ¿Qué pedo con Roman? Is he bandwagoning again? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. We waited for you at Halloween. You never showed up the first years and years. You don't come over all the Halloween Eve party. I know. And again, it's this thing with the dentist and the kids. They wanted to go to Six Flags, and let me tell you, I hated missing it because you get into this little groove where Halloween I'm going to be there, and I didn't make it, And trust me, I felt bad. I did feel bad. This whole thing with my dentist and his family is jumbling up a lot of my time and my mind. And I don't say that in a bad way. You know, maybe it needed to be jumbled up a little bit. But one of the things that I shared today, and I think I shared it in private, is that you know sometimes want to would like to take a big old break, and not from you all, but from just from everything. And yeah, but you know, I love y'all, man. I love y'all, and I wanted to be there. You brought dentists last year. Yeah, this time we had the damn kids. Damn dentist. Uh this year we had the kids, and uh, I think that our social activities are going to be a little bit more limited this next 2023. I've actually decided to less dentist time and more Erasmo time. We'll see what happens. I'm going
You
to the Philippines.
definitely cannot have kids.
We'll see. I'm going to but I did. You brought Frankie last year, just like the kids. Yeah, yeah. Well, Frankie is like taking the kids. I was, but I did miss going. But I still got some stuff for you though. I'm not even joking, Esther. I got you that cup that I promised. I actually got you some tequila. Uh, I got you some tequila from Mexico City. It's kind of funny because it's a little tequila about this big, and I thought that'd be kind of cute to put inside that hillbilly mug that I got you. And I think I can't. Oh, a shot glass. I think I have a shot glass for you somewhere around there. It's kind of trippy. Me and this guy are friends, and but, but we're the kind of friends that don't see each other, but every 3 6 months, or maybe sometimes a year. But I know we're friends. You know, he's a friend that we fight sometimes on different topics in regards to policy or stuff, or we're friends. You know, and I love his kids. His kids are amazing. His wife is amazing too. Happy anniversary! Did I miss your?
Jeez.
Sorry. I love y'all. I love you. I love you more, Lonnie. I love you, Lonnie. You know that. That better not be my damn dentist. I actually I told him, don't call me for the next 3 days. Damn you. You're
And
always
he
welcome to.
actually does it?
Huh?
And he actually doesn't?
No, he called me today. He said, well, he sent me a message like, I don't know why you're upset. I'm going like, well, then you should know. And that just makes me more upset that you don't know. I'm not going to talk about my love life, which is non existent.
We don't want to
Guys,
hear it. Or it's gonna be one of those dragging stories like this morning.
yeah, then Lonnie will come up. That's a long story. Love you, Lonnie. Guys, have a great evening. Tomorrow, we will have the city commission meeting. I plan to be there. I plan to speak tomorrow. Going to have the PUB meeting on Wednesday, and I plan to speak at that one as well. I have a wedding at 6 o'clock, but I should be okay. No, I don't have a wedding at 6 o'clock. I got a wedding tomorrow at 3 o'clock, which should be okay.
Real quick,
Yeah.
all the numbers have been sold for the raffle. Thank you, especially Erasmo. If you don't win this thing, I don't know what.
Well, it's trippy because I I did hear that I was being accused of that I was having a raffle. I'm going like, okay, I don't even know how the hell that crap works, but I believe in the raffle, and I believe in the reason why we're having the raffle, and I just wish the other people in this community believed as well. And I make mention of even the individuals who stated that they know that they might want to come after Erasmo Castro for the raffle. I wish they were a part. I wish they were all pissed off as well. But
Hmm.
it really, and it's irritating. It's frustrating to me that a lot of individuals would spend so much time, so much energy, sometimes fighting for stuff that really isn't as important as what affects us all. And this is one of the things that I think I was a little bit on the upset side this morning with the long story that was going on, because you come to find out that individuals would spend a fortune on attorneys, public information requests, and stuff concerning something that isn't even theirs, you know, because that was part of the fight. It was, about a dog that really wasn't yours. PUB is supposedly ours. This city is ours. And I honestly wish that there were more people as they're also fighting for the community. But with that said, uh, I've committed to continue to fight, and I'm going to keep my word. And I'm going to use the little resources that I have as much as humanly possible, to back up what I've stated that I want to fight for. So that is one of the reasons why I bought 1,000 tickets. A lot of, plus, again, guys, I love art, and if you come to my office, you'll see that I have art all over the place. I love art, and I like the painting. I think the painting is beautiful, and I know exactly where it could go. So I'm hoping I win it. But if somebody else wins it, I'll be happy too, because it's not just the painting; it's the reason that the painting was donated and the reason that the painting was put up for raffle. So
Right. So right now I'm just waiting to collect on all the money. Once that is done, I think if I can do it by tomorrow, get all the money collected, I will do the raffle tomorrow after the show, the evening show.
perfect. We'll do it. We could actually do it live. Actually, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it live, but I think I would have to do it live on my page.
Well,
You can
yeah,
share me,
yeah, I might get arrested.
or else you're the one that's hosting the raffle.
I might get then I might need an attorney then. Pure damage
Anyway,
control, as you always say, scroll tactic. They think that by doing this, oh, this is the by doing this, whether 500 or 2,000, it's crumbs when compared to the crap everyone other in top administration and their minions have had to endure. So is this supposed to make Mary Garza a hero now? She gifts ghosts almost 2 million, plus gifts teachers and staff of Scroll. Super is desperate. That's all. I agree. I didn't read all of it. It's a very good cause. United for a good cause. Yeah, I agree. You said good night 19 minutes ago. I know. Love you, bro. Uh, there's so much good stuff to fight for in this community, and I love this community. I believe in this community, and I just get some rest. But I know I'm going to. I love you, man. Love you, Mark. Um, Let me say, guys, really very quickly in regards to the Lopez coach out there. I'm waiting for a lot of the dust to settle. It's very, very unfortunate, the accusations that are being made. I hope that I pray and hope that the accusations are not true. I had more accusations come in today. I did not want to share them. I think we're at that point right now. We should just let law enforcement do its job. So to all anyone and everyone that has been affected by this, even if the coach has been affected by anyone, everyone that's been affected, my prayers. I hope that no one ever has to experience such things. It's not a great thing to experience. But thanks for coming on, Kayla.
thank you for having me.
Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, stupid and all that crap. See you tomorrow at 9 in the morning. God bless. Be good to each
Bye.
other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.